Virginia Giuffre's final days were positive, according to the Epstein trafficking victim's attorney, Carrie Loudon. What's your take with where we are with the Epstein list so far?
Well, I think there's so many people implicated in it that are in positions of power that are doing everything they can to not let that be known. Mm-hmm. And so I just don't know, bro. You know, it's frustrating. And I think a lot of it has to do with Israel. I think a lot of it has to do with our own CIA. And I think those people have a very, very, very strong stranglehold on what happens and what doesn't happen. And I think we have an administration that at least pretends to be trying to get to the bottom of it. But then, you know, the next day we see Trump, you know, with Netanyahu, buddy. And people are looking around being like, what the You told us you were going to do this.
Yeah, they're not mad at what he's doing. They want more.
That's right. Yeah. That's exactly right. And I don't know if that Team Trump realizes that. What is up, guys? It's Andy Frisella, and this is the show for the realists. Say goodbye to the lies, the fakeness, and delusions of modern society, and welcome to reality, guys. Today, we have Andy and DJ.
Cruise the internet.
Oh, thank you. That was enthusiastic. Mm-hmm. All right. I see how this is going to go today.
They complained.
Yeah.
They complained.
All right, guys. Here's the deal. All right. If you're new to listening, we don't run ads on the show. We're the biggest show in the world that does not run ads. I do that because I don't want to answer to anybody. It's really that simple. We keep it real here, and a lot of people don't like that. So, fortunately, I'm a successful businessman, and I can afford to produce a show myself. And that's what we do here. But we do have a fee. Mm-hmm. And the fee isn't that you got to send us money, okay? But if you do, we'll take it. But you don't have to. But it's really simple, guys. If we make you laugh, we make you think. If we entertain you, if we give you a new perspective, if DJ tells a funny joke, well, maybe not that one, because he doesn't. But if it helps you in any way, shape, or form, please share the show, all right? We're trying to grow this show. We want to influence people, make people better, make them laugh, and we need your help. So do us a favor and don't be a hoe.
Share the show.
All right. What's up, dude?
Repair the rations.
Huh? Yeah, repair.
See, it happened.
Oh, there we go. Well, I guess they got to share it then. Start right out the gate.
Yeah, man. What's going on with you, man?
Just doing it, man.
Yeah.
Getting excited, man. Got a lot of stuff I'm working on. Mm-hmm. We're working on, fucking most excited I've been about business in a long time.
Oh, shit. They better look out.
Huh?
They better look out.
Oh, fuck. That's not even relevant. It's not even a relevant conversation. Like, there's nothing they can do. They just concentrate on their own shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's Monday when we're recording this. Car show yesterday.
Dude, that was awesome.
Sick, man.
Bro, for those of you, I believe we're doing it every last Sunday of the month. Mm-hmm. We'll have a schedule on the First Form Instagram and probably on website. But, dude, we have, 3 big-ass buildings here in the office park that are all right next to each other. If you've never been here, massive parking lot. And, dude, it was pouring down rain, okay, for the entire time. And it was packed. Yep. And not only was it packed, everybody was having fun, dude. I almost feel like the rain made it better.
Well, dude, because like I said, we were prepping it. Like, I'm like, fuck, man. Like, you think the rain's gonna like slow out the turnout a little bit? And like, we're trying to get legit, bro. No, it did not.
And I tell you what, guys, if you're from out of town, I've already had a bunch of my car buddies, my car buddies with big collections, hit me up and say they're gonna send cars in. So, if you guys want to come in from out of town, man, one of these shows, I think you really enjoy it. But before we move on from this, I just want to say thank you to the St. Louis community, the Cars and Coffee community. It was really cool, dude. Like everybody, it's one of the things I love about car culture and specifically our culture here in St. Louis. Yep. We have such, St. Louis gets a lot, we talk a lot of shit, right? Like, and it gets a lot of national press, usually not that good. Mm-hmm. But the truth of the matter is, bro, this is one of the fucking best people cities in the entire world. Yeah. And seeing everybody come out and hang out, nobody gives a where you're from or what your political views are or any of this shit. They just come out and hang out and have a good time, dude, and it was awesome. Yeah. I just really appreciate all you guys that showed up, and I I can't wait to spend some more time with you guys over the summer doing this. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Dude, it was awesome. It was awesome. I was saying before we got going, I might want a Hellcat now, man.
Mm.
I mean, like
Bro,
statistically,
Hellcat. Well, I mean that makes sense.
Yeah, statistically, it's right around this age where like that happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know,
you gonna steal it?
I mean,
you know, bro, that like in graffiti culture, it doesn't count unless you steal the paint.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so like a real graffiti artist, like if you're like considered a real artist,
you steal your paint.
You have to steal the paint for it to. Yeah, so like if you're gonna be a real Hellcat guy,
for me to have a real Hellcat,
you gotta steal
it. Has to be stolen.
Yeah,
scrape VINs.
You got to keep it true to the culture. No, you should get one, dude.
Bro,
they're sick.
They're fucking sick.
They're sick, bro.
They're really nice, and like I said, I saw a few of them out there that I was like, all right, where the keys at?
What was your favorite car you saw? Yeah, I know what mine was.
That Aston.
Oh yeah, that was nice.
That Aston. That
was a DBS Superleggera.
Yeah,
gray.
Sick.
Chris has one. Chris has that matte black one.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Like my favorite car.
Yeah.
Was that.
The station wagon?
Yes.
No, that thing was sick, man.
Yeah, bro.
Did some good work to it, man.
So DJ and I are walking through the lot yesterday, and there's like all these badass. I mean, dude, it was everything: muscle cars, imports, exotics, and that's what's cool. Everybody gets along. Nobody gives a how much you spend on your car. It's just cool. So we're walking through the lot, dude, and there's this station wagon with the hood popped, and it's got a built engine and shit. And like, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, bro, my nephew JR has this exact station wagon, but I didn't know he had engine work done to it. Yeah. And so we're walking around and there's JR. And I'm like, holy shit, it was his car. Yeah. So like,
it's sick, man.
Dude, I think that's the coolest car in St. Louis, it's bro. Total sleeper. Yeah. We got to get a supercharger on him.
Listen, station wagon was pretty sweet.
Yeah,
the station wagon.
It was sick, dude.
There was some really awesome things, man. But it was a really good time.
Yeah, it was great. Dude, that's my speed, dude.
Yeah,
you know, chilling, good people, good times, cool cars. Mm-hmm. You know, motorcycles too. Anything with a motor, you know what I mean? It's kind of throttle therapy. It's hard to feel bad when you're in the throttle, bro. You can't really think of anything else. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real.
I like that.
Real. No, damn good time though, man.
Yeah. For real, dude. Thanks again for everybody that came out.
Yeah.
And thanks again to the guys at Cars and Coffee and the guys here at First Form that put it on. You guys did a tremendous job. And I know we talked about some of the things we're going to do differently next time that are going to make it even better. But guys, this is a family event, dude. Bring your families. Like, bring your cool shit. If you're wherever, bring the shit out, man.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to see you guys.
It'd be sick, man. But yeah, so you got CTI, we got some cool stuff to cover, interesting topics. Before we get that though, you gotta weigh in. There's a debate going on right now online.
Can 1,000 men beat a gorilla?
100 men.
100 men
versus one gorilla.
I saw that.
It's going around right now. Like it's a lot of people are talking about it. I don't know if that's like
100
men versus one gorilla. Now,
I don't know how they could. I don't know how they. I mean, you have to swarm them. There would have to be.
Who goes first?
That's it. That's what it is.
That first guy's.
Yeah. You put the least skilled guys up front. That's what I would do. Like if we had 100 dudes and we had to organize them. I'd tell. No, here's what I do, bro. I'm telling you what I do. I'd pick out the 30 dumb motherfuckers, and I'd be like, "You guys are the bravest. Yeah, right. Here's what you guys are gonna do." I mean, that's what they do in the military. They convince the guys to run, and they say, "Oh, you're the bravest." When in reality, bro, they're just the dudes with the biggest balls.
Fuck, man. Like imagine running towards a thing, and you see one of those first guys just being flung around,
dude.
Bro.
Have you ever seen a gorilla's teeth?
Oh, they got big.
Yeah, bro. Teeth, yeah. Like they tear your arm off your body, dude.
Well, I got a little video here. So this is like the I guess fast fun facts about gorillas, right? So, according to the Nuangwe Forest National Park, a silverback gorilla is stronger than 20 adult human beings combined.
Well, that's regular humans. It's not superhumans like me.
That's important because I got a list here in a minute, but but let's check this.
I mean, we're talking about regular people here. We ain't talking about
average
physical specimens
for sure
of athleticism and good looks.
For sure. Yeah, I mean but the good looks alone. I mean, to make a silverback
and charisma.
Twice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Bro, that looks like me and Sal fighting when you had to break it up. Did we ever tell that story on the show?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, man. DJ's first week has to break up a fight between me and Sal.
Yeah, it was like a National Geographic Animal Planet.
It looks just like this.
How strong is a silverback gorilla?
That's what it was.
That's
Because
exactly
of their
what it was.
muscular body, scientific research has shown that a silverback gorilla is stronger than 20 adult humans combined. They are able to lift up 10 times their body weight, and it is estimated that a gorilla could bench press 4,000 pounds. A gorilla's punch has a force of 1,800 pounds, which is more than twice as hard as a professional boxer. A silverback gorilla's strength is needed to fight other male silverbacks and fight off predators, like leopards, to defend his group. So, we can conclude that you as human beings shouldn't mess with a fully grown adult gorilla.
Bro.
4,000 pounds, that's it?
right. Yeah.
Maybe if we put him on some first form, we get that up to like some real numbers.
A little bit.
Get past some rookie numbers.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, listen.
Listen to what it says. It's not a good idea for a human man to take on a gorilla. No shit.
Dude, I think 100, man. I don't know. But
Bro, I don't know. I don't see it happening.
I don't know.
Like if we're talking real talk,
real talk.
even if it's like for real. Okay,
Specimen.
we got real athletes here. Okay, we're not a fake company. Everybody in this is some sort of an athlete.
Yeah, we get JB up there. Nick
Dude,
Clements.
you got all our dudes are. You
Yeah.
got Will, Aaron, Clement.
We use Will to run to
No,
tire
dude.
him out.
Even with that, I don't think we could do it.
No.
Yeah. I would say, guys, let's just leave that gorilla alone.
Leave him be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so it's going around.
Now,
Twitter.
what if we had to fight him? Like there was no choice.
Yeah. Well, so
How would we do it?
it's going around Twitter, and like there's a guy, this dude put a list together.
Mm-hmm.
He titled it 99 people that could help me beat a gorilla ass. Michael J. White, Brock Lesnar, Tank Davis, Steven Adams, John Jones, that's a good one. Isaiah Stewart,
2009 Randy Orton. I believe that. That's believable. I think Randy might be able to do it on his own, bro.
Yeah. Kamaru Usman, Floyd Mayweather.
I'm
The
offended.
1989 Pistons, the 2004 Pistons, 2000 Trailblazers, and the 2001 Ravens defense.
Yeah, Ray Lewis.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a decent list.
I'm offended
Who we
that
missed?
I wasn't on this list. Yeah. I should be on this list. I've already been stabbed in the face. You know, if the thing does whatever, I'm just going to laugh at it.
Yeah, bro, listen.
I'll laugh till I die, bro.
Well, apparently Mr. Beast is doing
No comment.
It's not real. 100 men versus a gorilla. That's Mr. Beast's new video. I mean, but like even the skeleton, like bro, I don't think there's a chance.
God dang, look at the pelvis difference.
Yeah. There's not a chance.
I mean, I know some dudes built like that.
I do.
Yeah. I do.
Historically.
Yeah. Oh, you. What the f is wrong with you, man? There's something wrong with you. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't see it happening. I think here's what would happen.
Yeah.
Because we have survival instincts, bro. And I think what would happen is the first 2 or 3 dudes would run up there and the gorilla would just like knock their head completely off their body.
Yep.
And nothing will cause fight or flight, especially the flight, than seeing some dude decapitated by a fucking gorilla. You know what I mean?
It'd be
That
bad.
could really happen because before the show we were randomly talking about bite forces of different animals.
Yeah, it has the most, doesn't it?
No, not the most, but pretty high. So for an average human, it's 160 pounds square inch PSI.
Yeah.
And in an average car tire, it's like what, 50, 40, whatever.
Yeah.
For gorilla, it's 1,300.
What is it for a grizzly bear? I bet it's I bet so dude, that's the argument that everybody likes to have. What would win between a grizzly and a gorilla?
I think gorilla. Gorilla for sure.
Grizzly bear bite force is 1,160.
And what's a gorilla?
Gorilla is 1,300.
Gorilla got
But
all day.
You're
I don't think so, bro. I think the grizzly bear is a lot bigger, right? Like weighs a lot more and shit.
I don't think it weighs.
Plus, dude, it's got the claws, man, and the teeth.
But look how dense that thing is, though, bro.
Dude, it's flesh. I think I'm going with the grizzly bear, bro.
See, I don't know. I got gorilla on that.
So
man.
a grizzly bear average male is 3.5 feet, between 400 to 700 pounds.
Wait, a grizzly bear?
Yeah, it says so online. Average.
No.
400 to 700 pounds.
Hold on. Let's ask the internet.
That's what
I'm
So who the fuck was he asking?
My internet.
That was so racist of you.
My internet is better than yours.
Oh.
Yes. I'm a better operator of the internet.
I mean, okay, they are newer to the internet over there.
I know you guys invented it and shit. Who wins in a fight? A grizzly
or a silverback gorilla?
Who wins in a fight? In a real life fight between a grizzly bear and a gorilla, the grizzly wins almost every time, and it's not even close.
No.
Yes.
It'll be probably because
Key
of the
reasons. Key reasons the grizzly wins. Massive size advantage. A grizzly can outweigh a silverback 2 times to 3 times its size. Claws versus bare hands. A grizzly has 4-inch claws that could tear flesh, break bones, and puncture deep internal organs. Just like I told you, man.
Yeah,
When you guys going to quit doubting me?
I
Durability. Grizzlies have thick skin and layers of fat. You ever seen a grizzly bite another grizzly? They can't fucking hurt them, dude. The gorilla's not going to fucking get in that skin. Killing power. A grizzly's bite and swipe strength is designed to kill massive animals like elk and bison. A gorilla's bite is strong, but its fighting style is mostly intimidation, grappling, and biting, not mortal combat against things twice its size. People who think that a gorilla can beat a grizzly are...
That's not what it says. It does not say that.
All right, it doesn't say that. It doesn't say that. But it does say all the rest of the shit.
It does say the rest of it? All right. So 100 humans, 1 gorilla, you think gorilla?
Let's ask it about the 100 humans.
I think it's going to... Because I feel like people have asked, they say you got to like attack it all at once. You got to just like overwhelm it.
Yeah, I could see that, bro. But like, you'd have to have some dumbass dudes to go up there, the first
That's what I'm
guys.
saying, like, who's first? Like,
Or you just all have to go at the same time and just say, fuck it.
but there's going to be that.
I don't think that's still going to work,
There's going to
dude.
be one guy that like, all right, everybody go on 3, 1, 2, and then sits back. That'd be me. That's me.
You guys got this? You good?
Good job, guys.
100 humans can absolutely beat a gorilla in a fight, but only if they work together and fight strategically. If they charge in blindly, a lot of people will get seriously injured or killed first. So, yeah, basically.
Yeah, no, man.
Gorilla kills dozens before getting overwhelmed. Maybe only 5 to 10 people get badly hurt or killed if they're coordinated.
I mean, 100 dudes, it's a lot of dudes.
Realistic outcomes. 100 humans defeat 1 gorilla at a heavy cost if they don't plan or use tactics. At a lighter cost if they swarm and coordinate immediately. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to help.
Here's a quick visual. Imagine a rugby scrum, but 100 people versus a silverback. Half grab and hold the gorilla down. Half attack, choke, break joints, smother it. The Indians rape the gorilla.
What?
Oh, sorry. All right, I didn't say that either.
Your internet is racist.
Oh, fuck. Well,
all right, so we have that solved. We solved it. 100 humans can beat a gorilla, and a grizzly bear will definitely beat a gorilla. So you guys could quit fucking talking about
all
it.
right. That's settled.
Yeah, it is
Settled.
adjourned.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
In recess.
So what's up?
Yeah, well, let's get to our cruise, man. I just wanted to address that. If you want to see any of these pictures, articles, links, videos, go to andyfrisella.com. You guys can find them there. With that being said, let's hop into our headline. Let's talk about the first one. Little intro, I guess, to the first one. It's been getting a lot of flack. Trump's blue suit at Pope's funeral. draws attention. Have you seen this? It's everywhere. People are fucking complaining about it.
What aren't they complaining
Yeah,
about?
no shit. This lady, Vanessa Friedman, sure she likes bagels. President Trump, it seems, is fully committed to going his own way when it comes to international relations, even during the funeral of a pope. On Saturday, he was joined, as he joined other world leaders to pay his respects to Pope Francis. He stood in St. Peter's Square among President Emmanuel Macron of France, who was wearing black, Prime Minister Keir Starmer of Britain in black, President Javier Milei of Argentina in black, and Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni of Italy in black. Mr. Trump, he was wearing blue. Oh, my goodness.
And not even a dark midnight blue, but a clear sapphire-like blue with a matching tie. Amid all the black and cardinal red, it popped out like a sign.
Yeah. Yeah, right. I mean, it's like Newsweek posted it, Daily Mail posted it, right? Like this one
Yeah,
guy.
nobody's talking about how it took 3 days for Netanyahu to even fucking acknowledge the death of the Pope.
Yeah,
Nobody's talking about that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh, by the way, was he there at all?
Well, what's interesting too is like, this guy posted on Twitter. One guy shows up in a blue suit to the Pope's funeral.
Motherfucker, there's 50 dudes in a blue suit.
That's the thing, bro. Like if you crop out,
Oh my God.
bro, listen, that's how crazy these
Dude,
people are.
this is the kind of shit that makes me think that they've been lying about everything forever.
It's insane, dude.
Dude, that's insane. When you
dimmed the photo too,
bro,
and like I saw.
look at his sapphire suit.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's like you don't see the bitch with polka dots back there.
Real talk, bro. Like, I'm just saying, Trump, none of these dudes give a fuck that the Pope died. They're all fucking virtue signaling.
Most
be
of them aren't
honest.
Catholic at all. It's just the thing we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trump. Trump's so bad.
Yeah. I just thought that was interesting. Wanted to clear.
Why can't we just criticize people when they do shit wrong and then give them credit when they do shit right? How about that?
Yeah.
That's like what common sense people do.
Oh, they can't do that though.
You know, why? Like, it's absurd the amount of stuff that they try to find on this dude. And you know what I'm saying? Like, that's ridiculous.
That's what we're picking.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what they're going
Yeah.
with.
We'll walk right past, the piles of shit and syringes and homeless people and
Starbucks cups.
crack
Yeah.
pipes and
Yeah.
fucking litter right in your own neighborhood. Just walk right past that shit. Don't worry about the taxes that we pay or the things, like the
Blue suit. Sapphire.
Summer blue. Whatever, dude.
Yeah. Anyways, I thought that was interesting. Now, Andy, you've had a I don't know if you want to call this like a dream, a hope of one day seeing heads on stakes in front of the White House.
Absolutely.
Admiration, right? Kind of close. We got mugshots. I guess that works. White House lawn lined with illegal immigrants, mugshots. Heinous crimes they committed, showcasing ICE bust in Trump's first 100 days.
Come on.
It's not heads.
Come on.
It's mugshots.
Heads.
Of heads. But yeah, the lawn has been lined with mugshot style posters bearing the faces of 100 arrested illegal migrants and list of the despicable crimes some have committed. Here's a clip. Check it out. This is a walkthrough. Yeah, it's not heads.
It's not. Listen, you guys down there at Mar-a-Lago or White House now, I guess that's where you are. I know you guys listen to the show, man. This isn't cutting it. Okay, and first of all, if you put all the illegal migrants that committed all the crimes, it would fill up that whole lawn.
Twice. But this was my favorite one, though. I did like this.
That's so funny.
That's pretty good.
I'm sorry.
Okay, that's pretty good. It's pretty
Dude,
good.
it's funny how brazen these people are until they like face reality and they get caught and then they like bawl their eyes out.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome.
It's awesome. So, I mean, it's not heads on stakes. We're getting there.
Yet.
Potentially.
You guys are fucking around up there, man.
The other thing you've also mentioned, we got to move faster. We got to get these fucking people out quicker. We need more arrests, more numbers.
Didn't we just say that?
We did.
And then what happened this weekend?
There was a massive raid. U.S. Postal Service, police, IRS agents, seen assisting DEA ICE and FBI in the Colorado nightclub takedown, where 114 illegals were arrested. So I mean, moving, right? Here's a clip. Got them all lined up. So, I mean,
See, this is what we're talking about. This is what I want to see.
Yeah,
I want to see fences
daily.
I want to see containment areas. I want to see shit that makes people understand that you don't do that here. I want to see some stuff that like borders right on the line of like human rights. So it teaches people a lesson.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't come here, don't fuck around. You know, like make them like what they do in El Salvador, dude. Put these dudes in their underwear, throw them in a fucking containment facility. I'm being serious.
Yeah.
Listen, you guys think I'm joking. Shave their heads, embarrass them, and then send them home and say, don't ever come back.
Yo, that's how it should be.
Yes. We're too nice here, bro. And you know what it is? We're not too nice. Most people would be okay with this, but there's a segment of very loud people that cry and they have no sense of reality, dude.
Yep.
They've never dealt with crime. They've never dealt with real hardship. They live in McMansions in the suburbs. They don't touch this shit. And they're like, oh, what about the criminals? Bro, these are illegal migrants. They are illegal immigrants. They do not have the rights of the American citizen. This whole shit.
Yeah, there is no due process.
Yes.
There is no.
Bro, these people do not have the same rights as us.
Mm-hmm.
Round them the up.
Yeah, they're not
Put
residents.
them in their drawers.
Yeah.
Shave their heads. Send them home and say, don't come back or it's going to be worse. You know, that doesn't really hurt anybody.
No,
it's
bro.
just embarrassing.
No, they should do one of those like stamps right on the forehead, like, you know, deported, denied, rejected. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, dude.
I'm down with that.
Listen, shame works.
It does. It does.
Shame works.
It does. My point, though, it's happening. They're moving. Okay.
I mean, here's what I think. I think they heard the show.
Yeah.
And they're trying to appease us.
Fuck. Yeah.
They're like, Andy and DJ are pissed off. And we better do a raid.
Shit's got to happen.
You step it up, bro.
Okay.
This is a good
Good start.
This is a good start.
Good start.
How many people?
114.
Okay, we only got like
19
million 800 left to go.
It's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Okay. Another good step in the right direction. We also talk about arrest on this show, right? Arrests need to happen. We've called for it. DHS Wisconsin judge shielded illegal alien charged with strangulation and domestic violence. Got arrested for
Good.
obstruction of justice. This just came out. This was a press release. It was actually two judges that have both been charged and arrested on judicial misconduct and obstruction of law enforcement.
One was in New Mexico, right?
One was in New Mexico, and one in Milwaukee. The one in New Mexico was charged with evidence tampering. A judge by the name of Judge Kano, okay, who was actually seen in pictures with an illegal minor, MS-13.
Absolutely.
And then this Hogan, this judge in Wisconsin, she tried to hide an illegal alien from getting deported by deportation agents that were at a courthouse. And so she
brought him into her office and let him go out the back door.
Yeah, and they ended up catching him anyway.
Just so we're clear, she hid the guy and scuttled him out the back door.
Yeah. So this is from the official report. It says, according to court documents, federal agents arrived at the Milwaukee County Courthouse intending to arrest Flores Ruiz in a public hallway following his court appearance before Judge Dugan. Upon learning of the agent's presence in the hallway, Judge Dugan allegedly confronted and ordered federal agents to leave the courthouse. After being made aware of a valid immigration arrest warrant, Judge Dugan told agents that they needed a judicial warrant and demanded that they go to the chief judge's office. Once the agents were no longer in the vicinity of her courtroom, Judge Dugan allegedly elected not to conduct a hearing on Flores Ruiz's criminal case, despite the fact that victims of his offense were present, and instead personally escorted Flores Ruiz and his attorney through a restricted jury door exit, not typically used by defendants or attorneys. This doorway led to a non-public hallway through which Flores Ruiz and his attorney exited her courtroom. According to the affidavit, Judge Dugan's actions directly resulted in Flores Ruiz temporarily avoiding federal custody. He was ultimately arrested outside the courthouse following a brief foot pursuit. So she's been charged. Cash Patel put it on Twitter. No one is above the law.
Yep.
With a picture of her in handcuffs getting into a FBI vehicle.
That's a play on Joe Biden's saying.
Oh, yeah. You mean this one?
Yeah. Oh, you got it. No one is above the law on December 1st, 2024, a month before he pardoned his whole entire family for crimes that they never committed.
Yeah, right. Or may have committed.
Yeah.
Now, the crazy thing is, right, we talk about justice, right? And, as that happened, these activist judges are now starting to rebel.
Hold on. I'd like to mention something real quick. There's more to that story. That Judge Cano, whatever, in New Mexico.
Yeah.
There's speculation going around, allegedly, that I guess his daughter is a big influencer on the internet with like guns and is a Call of Duty character. And and apparently, allegedly, I don't know if this is true or not, but that he may have been using her weapons to commit crimes.
What?
Yeah.
The immigrant or the judge itself?
No, the gang member.
Jeez.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Fuck.
But I mean, dude, it's weird.
That's crazy.
I
mean, he was in his house with him. They were
I know.
flicking it up.
Yeah, I know, dude. I don't know what the deal is.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's but I mean, I don't want to say that's true or not true, but I mean, that's the rumor.
Yeah,
I guess
it's wild, man. Dude, these judges are out of pocket, man. It's out of pocket, and the people that are trying to protect them and stand up for them, they're stupid,
bro. They're not just out of pocket. They're delusional about the power that they hold in this country. They do believe they're above the law, and they don't believe that they can be arrested. They don't believe that, and they are consistently, especially with this situation with the migrants, standing in the way of us getting our country back to what we want it to be. And I don't think that, like we talked about last week, I don't think it's okay that judges at any level stand in front of the people's will.
Right.
There's 80% of the country right now that wants these people gone. And these judges, most of whom were financed by who? Oh, different activist groups that somehow lead back to Act Blue and people like George Soros, who have funded these judges' campaigns. Now, if they funded these people's campaigns, don't you think it's fair to say that they're probably telling them to stand in the way of this happening? And what they're probably telling them is delay, so that Trump can't get anything done. And we end up with a situation in 4 years where those people are still here and could potentially vote, right, for
the new fix.
Their side again. And so, dude, these judges, first of all, here's the facts of the matter. These people are here illegally. They don't have the rights American citizens have. They do not have the right to due process or a trial. And that's how they're trying to hold up this deportation effort by the Trump administration. They are pretending as if these people have civil rights, American civil rights, just like everybody else, and they don't. So they're wanting to do a trial for, 20 million people. You know what I mean? That's impossible.
Right.
So when we have a situation like this, who knows what's going to happen? But, what I find very amusing is how a lot of the voices on the left keep saying, this is not normal. This is not normal behavior. Well, is it normal behavior to shut the entire country down for 2 years? Is it normal behavior to prosecute an ex-president, raid his home, arrest him, charge him with bullshit crimes? We're talking about judges that are violating legitimately the Constitution, okay, versus made up shit that has come out to be made up by people who hate this man. And that's normal?
Right.
Right.
Dude, it's sick.
Let's not forget what they did.
Yeah.
Let's not forget. They want you to forget. They want you to say, oh my God, that's not normal. Look what he's doing. He's above the law. He's ruining democracy. Yeah, well, we aren't a democracy. We're a constitutional republic, okay? So let's get that straight first. But these are the people. These judges are the people. Like the what was the weirdo up there in New York? And then the Bragg, the prosecuting attorney.
Trojan and all
Yeah,
those people,
that guy.
Yeah.
And then Letitia James and
Alvin Bragg.
yeah, and the dudes down in Georgia.
Yep.
Like all these people, those are the traitors to this country, including these people.
Mm-hmm.
And so the reality of the situation is there's probably going to be a lot more judge arrests. And I hope there is. I really do, bro.
Yeah.
These people are not supposed to be intertwined with political narratives.
Supposed to be blind.
That's right. I mean, dude, the Lady Justice
yeah,
has a blindfold on for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And clearly, that is not the way our system is working right now.
No, they ripped that bitch off.
Yeah, they did.
They ripped it off. 100%. And there's people like this. I will refuse to hold court. Activist Wisconsin judge threatens boycott after Hannah Dugan charged with shielding illegal alien from ICE. So a leftist judge in Sawyer County, Wisconsin, is threatening a courtroom boycott after a fellow judge was accused of shielding an illegal alien from federal authorities. Judge Monica Isham on Saturday issued a strongly worded email to judges across her state laying out her plans. Quote, if there is no guidance for us and no support for us, I will refuse to hold court in Branch 2 in Sawyer County. I will not put myself or my staff who may feel compelled to help me or my community in harm's way. What about the victims?
Wait, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, what about them? What about
You're putting them in harm's way. So you being arrested is harm's way?
right?
What about all the illegals and all the crime and all the bullshit that you refused to prosecute over the last number of years?
Dude, the Hannah Dugan lady, like I said, the illegal migrant who's not supposed to be here, who was charged with strangling a victim. The victim was in that courtroom. To see a judge who's supposed to be blindly proceeding over this case escort that dude out to avoid be like.
Listen, dude, it's what I've been telling you guys for years. I know you know,
Bro.
but these are communist. These are not leftists. These are full-blown communist insurgents who are allowing these people to walk free, hoping that it creates more death and more destruction in our communities. That's what the part that people are not understanding. That it's intentional.
Yeah,
It's intentional that they're letting these violent criminals go to cause more disruption in the communities. All right? That's intentional.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they want to clean up the streets when Donald Trump's in office? Not at all. They want people getting stabbed. They want people getting shot. They want the community feeling the pain. Okay, that's the point. All right, and that disruption creates division. And when we have division, they get control. So this is intentional. It's not like, oh, they're just some activist and they're warped in that. No, these are evil people. Evil people. They're willing to push a political agenda through their power that hurts the people that they are obligated and have an oath to protect. That's evil shit.
Dude, it's like what President Bukele said of El Salvador, bro. He's like, many people criticize me for jailing a few thousand people. He's like, I don't look at it like that. I look at it, I liberated millions. Like, that's what it's about. And, like, they're completely forgetting about the shit. Like, bro,
Who's forgetting?
Yeah, they're not forgetting.
Yeah, they're not forgetting. That's what I'm saying. They're not forgetting.
Yeah, that's the play. Yeah. Dude, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But yeah, I say arrest all of them. Arrest this Isham lady. Arrest her.
I think she should be arrested
any
too.
Judge that like is doing any of that shit.
Any of the activism shit.
And you know what's crazy, bro? I saw this post. This dude posted.
How come we never see far right activist judges?
Right. Yeah, where's it at? But I saw this this dude post. I couldn't. I tried to find it again. I saw it over the weekend. But this dude posted on Twitter is like, if it was a quote, like if any judge stands in the way of the people's will, then I will personally have them removed from office. And it was like, if you think if you agree with this statement, then you're a vile person because that was Hitler that said that. And like trying to compare it to like what's happening right now, it's like, bro, stop it.
listen, any judge that violates the oath that they take that protects criminals and doesn't prosecute violent crime and releases people and doesn't press charges and dismisses all of them should be in jail.
Yeah.
Because they are abandoning their duty to the people that they are intended to serve. Okay? These people have a job, and it's one of the most important jobs in our civilization. It's about holding accountable people that break the law. And that is not what they're doing. In fact, they are intentionally not doing that for the reasons that I just stated. For more death, more destruction, more division, more crime, more disruption in the community so that they can create the division they need for control. That is what the that's about.
So, I mean, you know, 2 arrests. That's cool. They got about, a couple of thousand more to go.
Yeah.
Right. Of people in the system that are doing that. So we'll get there, but maybe there is a turn. This also came out today, actually. President Trump now demands Act Blue and Adam Schiff be thrown in jail. Crooked Adam Schiff responds in full panic. Did you see this one?
No, but I mean, he should have been in jail a long time ago.
A long time ago. But yeah, so President Trump signed a powerful memorandum last week ordering a full federal crackdown on illegal campaign donation practices, specifically targeting the embattled Democrat fundraising platform Act Blue and calling for crooked Adam Schiff to be thrown behind bars. So the memorandum outlines a couple of things. One, it strictly prohibits making political contributions in the name of another person, as well as contributions by foreign nationals. Press reports and congressional investigations have uncovered deeply troubling evidence that online fundraising platforms have enabled schemes to launder excessive and prohibited contributions. These activities undermine the integrity of our electoral process. I direct the Attorney General, in consultation with the Secretary of the Treasury, to use all lawful authority to investigate these allegations and take appropriate action to enforce the law. So Trump pushed this out. It was in a truth that he pushed it out. Here it is. It says, hopefully Act Blue, the Democrats' illegal scam used to raise money, including from not allowed foreign contributions, is being looked at by authorities. The Dems only know how to win by cheating, something which they do better than any group or party in history. But now, with their terrible policies and candidates, and with people like crooked Adam Schiff, who demanded a full pardon from Sleepy Joe, leading the way, it is almost impossible to reach their money goals. The USA is wise to these scoundrels and crooks. Also, why did the auto pen give Schiff a pardon? Biden knew nothing about it. Who operated the auto pen? That is the biggest question being asked in D.C. They almost destroyed our country. They should all be in jail.
Yeah, I agree. So go put them in jail.
Yeah, let's do it.
So go put them in jail. Like, it's very clear.
Like, is he asking for permission from us? Like, what
Well, here's Schiff's thing. Yeah. What do you say? Donald Trump is back to attacking me today because the economy has been in a tailspin under his economic mismanagement. Oh, really? That's why he's attacking you? Yeah. And so have his poll numbers. Yeah, his poll numbers are down because he's not arresting f***ers like you, man. That's why the poll numbers are down, because he hasn't fully done the things he said he was going to do quickly. Okay? Meaning deportations. People want to see mass effort. They don't want to see 100 at a time. They want to see thousands at a time. All right? That's why the poll numbers are down. The poll numbers are also down because we were promised a crackdown on the corruption, which has not happened yet. That's another reason the poll numbers are down. Another reason the poll numbers are down is because we haven't heard a thing about the child blackmail operation that is known as the Epstein list and the crackdown on all the celebrities that are leveraged by it. That's another reason the polls are down. The polls are down because of those things. The polls are exactly down, Adam Schiff, because you aren't in jail yet. Okay, so thank you for pointing that out. Yeah. And then he goes on to say, and the last thing he wants is people holding him accountable. Attack me as much as you like, Mr. President. I'm not backing down. Well, that's the only play you got. Because if you back down, they're going to get you anyway, bro. So,
what do you think his nickname in high school was?
Penis face. Look at his face. It looks like a dick hole.
The
Like
old Schiffmeister.
his mouth. It looks like it looks like the tip of a dick.
Yeah. Old Shifty.
Yeah. Old penis face. So, dude, let's be real. That's why the polls are down, bro.
Yeah, bro, him in the orange jumpsuit, they'll go way up.
Anybody with any understanding of the economy understands, like we talked about, that it's going to go down before it goes up, okay? And at least these motherfuckers are honest about it instead of lying and saying inflation is transitory. It's while they intentionally create it, okay? So...
Well, I mean, speaking of even all of that, last little piece on this that just also got released. I'm sure you've seen this. Tariffs will lead to income tax relief, even elimination.
They should.
So now it's getting there, bro. This got tweeted out yesterday.
Yeah, what's the poll numbers going to happen whenever everybody gets their income taxes removed?
Yeah, right.
We're going to see poll numbers at 99% yes.
Yeah, right. Right. Yeah, he posted this on Truth Social yesterday saying, quote, when tariffs cut in, many people's income taxes will be substantially reduced, maybe even completely eliminated. Focus will be on the people making less than $200,000 a year. Also, massive numbers of jobs are already being created with new plants and factories currently being built or planned. It will be a bonanza for America. The External Revenue Service is happening.
Well, look,
it needs to be all.
It needs to be all. I'm not against all. I would like to see $200,000 a year or less, no tax.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else, 10% flat tax, no matter what. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, you still have a surplus, bro.
100% if you clean up the spending, right? If you clean up all the spending, you'd have enough money to run everything 5 times as good as what it actually is. And, you know, most people don't understand basic economics when it comes to running a business, but this is very simple. You have your revenue in, you have what it costs to run shit, and then you got what's left over. And what it costs to run shit is when it costs to run shit is, you know, 5 times the amount you're bringing in, you got a problem. And so they need to bring the cost down, eliminate all the waste, which allows them to do what we're talking about here. And now, I will say this, you know, him saying, oh, and new plants and factories being built or plant. I think it's great to have the American-made products, but let's not pretend like unless you do something about AI technology that isn't going to be all automated shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So let's be honest about where we are, because unless there's some sort of regulation or major tax cuts for like tax elimination for companies that employ humans versus AI, it's going to be all AI. Mm-hmm. Why the fuck wouldn't it be? Yeah. Companies are going to do that. Yeah. And dude, the thing is the consumers could control that, but they're not.
They won't.
I
don't think it should even be left up to consumers.
They won't do it.
Yeah.
Like everybody knows that Amazon's bad for the fucking economy. Yep. Everybody knows that it's virtually a monopoly on commerce, and it's damaged mom and pop business in an irreparable way. And to Bezos' credit, he's brilliant, but that doesn't mean that that's an ethical thing. Mm-hmm. Okay. And customers, instead of saying, hey, I'm going to buy from the little guy, they just buy from Amazon. So like when they bitch about it, like the reality is the behavior shows what they truly care about. And what they truly care about is how fucking easy it is. Mm-hmm. And, you know, that's a shame because that's eventually going to cost a lot of people their jobs.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I don't think that it should even be left up to the consumer. Like that's where government is supposed to step in.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Like, hey, like we have to look out.
Okay,
for
but here's the thing.
Benefit. Yeah.
What if we do that and then none of the other countries do it? Yeah. Then all of a sudden we become the Stone Age manufacturers versus you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
So we have to be honest about what's going on.
Yeah. It's delicate, man. It is definitely delicate. But last little piece. So we're 100 days in, 100 days in office, and I knew it was coming. I honestly would have thought it would have happened a lot sooner. But it's here after 100 days. Let's go to this weird-looking guy. Let's hear what he has to say.
This is Congressman Shri Thanedar. Donald Trump has already done real damage to our democracy but defying a unanimous 9-0 Supreme Court ruling, that has to be the final straw. It's time we impeach Donald J. Trump. The court said the wrongfully deported Kilmer Garcia must be allowed to return and receive due process. Trump ignored it. He ignored the Constitution. He ignored the very checks and balances that keep our democracy intact. This isn't an isolated incident. It's part of a dangerous, deliberate pattern. That's why today I introduced a resolution to impeach Donald J. Trump, outlining 7 articles of impeachment.
All right, we shouldn't allow non-natural U.S. citizens to serve in our government in any capacity. That's where we have a major problem here.
Yeah.
Okay? Why do we have people who weren't born here allowed to serve in our government? That's not right. Okay? This is the kind of shit they do. They come in and try to make our country like theirs. Well, if that's the case, then fucking stay where you came from.
Yeah, right. Right.
Bro,
It is a big, dude. It's a big problem.
no, it's a huge problem, and nobody wants to say it for what it is, bro. If you're not a natural-born American, you should not be fucking serving in our government. And people will say, well, the first founding fathers were all from fucking England. Yeah, that was fucking 250 years ago. We have our own culture here now, okay? Allowing people from other places to move here and then make decisions about this country, and then, like in Ilhan Omar's case, make public declarations of her loyalty being to the people of Somalia over the people of the United States.
It's a problem.
It's a huge problem.
It's a problem.
So, and by the way, who could take this guy serious, bro?
You know, I was about to say,
I'm saying, like, where's he
What is
from?
this?
What state's he from?
Michigan. Yeah, he's
How the
doing-
fuck you guys vote for this guy? What's wrong with you?
There's a lot happening in this video.
Yeah, what's wrong with you? See, we're still dealing with a complete. Now, dude, we're dealing with a complete ignorance of people. What I mean by that is the productive members of American culture have been focused on building things,
Being productive.
and it's allowed. The eye was taken off the ball of political culture for a long time, and now we have fuckers like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not an American. That's not American. I'm sorry.
No.
Well, it's an American. Well, not somebody like that.
Yeah.
Like, you might have came here and taken a test and become a citizen, but yeah, you're an American.
It's cool to be a citizen.
But a natural Americans only should be serving in government. I don't care if you're Indian heritage or whatever, but you should have been born here.
Yeah.
Because there's only way to guarantee that your loyalty is to this country. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
This guy doesn't have, I don't know, bro. That's just my personal opinion.
I think toupees should be outlawed.
Is that what that is?
I'm assuming that.
I don't think so. I think
No.
that's just a terrible haircut.
No, bro. That's a toupee, bro. That's a toupee.
Nah, I don't know. Well, if it is, he should get his money back. Yeah.
I say outlaw him, bro.
And that's what these guys are going to do, bro.
That's
They're
right.
going to fucking try to impeach him and hold shit up and play all this bullshit. Bro, I'm so everybody's tired of it.
Yeah, it's like, here we go.
Yeah,
100
everybody's
days,
tired
right
of it.
back in.
Everybody's tired of this country being completely against the interests of its own citizens. And then for them to sit there and pretend like, it's Donald Trump that's causing all of this shit. Like, it's not. Okay? He's exposing what the fuck you guys have been doing. I don't know, dude. I'm tired of it.
Yeah, it's sick.
The legal lawfare, like, everybody up there should be working towards making this country better, and that is not the case. The left completely they do not have a real policy. Their real policy is to destroy this country.
That's what I was like, when's the last time, like, honest thought experiment here, when's the last time we've seen anybody from their side have any talks about any type of, like, bipartisan, you know what I'm saying, come together, like, let's at least solve something.
When was the last time you heard anybody over there talk about an actual strategy for anything?
Like,
hold on.
Where is it at?
All they do is call names.
That's it.
All they do is attack. All they do is point out superficial shit like, oh, he wore a blue suit.
Sapphire.
Yeah, we don't hear any productive conversation from that side. We don't hear any, because they don't want any production.
They don't. It's not
Okay, they don't want anything productive. All we hear is attacks and bullshit and name calling. They don't have anything else. They have nothing else.
Dude, like I saw the minority leader or whatever. Like he had a group of his fucking colleagues and constituents. They sat in front of the fucking Capitol for like 6 hours or some shit like that. Like, what is that solving, bro? Like, what is
Their
it?
children.
Meanwhile, your communities, your actual constituents are being raped, being killed. Like, for sure, go sit on the Capitol steps for 6 hours.
DJ, they can't try to fix it when that's what they want.
Yeah.
They can't try to fix what's going on in their neighborhoods when that's what they want. And people need to quit giving them the benefit of the doubt and saying, I don't understand why they're not doing it. Because let's think about it like this. If your intention was to destroy your inner cities and destroy your country and flood it with migrants so that they would replace American culture, just like they've done in England, just like they're trying to do in Ireland, just like they've done in Germany. Dude, these countries, France, Germany, Ireland, England, their natural culture, okay, and their 1,000-year-old traditions are done because of the policies that these people in our government also support, okay, which is the globalist agenda. It's about removing independent cultures from the world so that there can be a global unity class of worker bees. And they aren't English, they aren't Irish, they aren't American. They're all one race. They're a mulatto mixed race. And they want that class, and then they want the upper elite class. And that's what they want. So they're trying to destroy thousands of years of historical culture through migration intentionally. That's no different than a genocide. It's just a different way of accomplishing it.
Yeah.
All right. So when we think about what they're trying to do, how can you try to do that and then stand up and talk about policies that oppose that agenda? Right? What are you going to say?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that is what you're trying to do. So they don't have anything strategic to talk about. All they do is talk about names and I'm offended, and you call me this, and then they call you names, racist, bigot, anti-Semite, all this shit, while they literally erase the culture of America intentionally for their own benefit and our not our benefit. What's the difference between killing all the English people or just sending in more migrants than there are English people and just replacing them? What's the difference?
And then arrest them if they complain about it.
It's cultural genocide. It's the breeding out of an entire race of people.
Yeah.
And then they tell you when you point it out that you're racist.
That's what it's a hate crime.
Yeah. So the English people don't have the right to say, hey, we have a right to exist.
We like our bangers and mash.
I mean, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
do we not all agree that French people have a right to exist? Do we not agree that Irish people have a right to exist? That's not racist. It's racist saying they don't. And they project and use these names, and they've done it very effectively globally to shame people because people are good people. They're not racist, and they don't want to be called racist. But at the end of the day, there is a cultural genocide going on by the globalists, and everybody's waking up to it. I mean, we see the protests in Ireland. We see the protests in England. Dude, you f***ers over there better rise the f*** up, dude, or you guys are going to be done. Yeah. Like, for real. You still have a little opportunity, but there better be a evolution over there to change this, or there won't be any more Irish. There won't be any more English. There won't be any more fucking Americans. And that's reality, dude.
It's real, man. Guys, jump in on this conversation. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments. That being said, let's go cruise somewhere. Got some interesting comments that came in over the weekend.
Oh yeah, we got some good tag team names.
We got some okay ones. I mean, I think we can do better. We can do better. Jimmy H315 says tag team name Cookies and Cream.
That's all right. That's good. I like it.
Yeah, there was.
Who's the cookies? Who the cream?
Well, I mean,
You the cookies?
I think that'd be obvious.
Yeah.
You know.
That's probably true.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm down with
I saw
that.
somebody say Batman and rob him.
Batman and rob him?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Like rob. Like,
Yeah, I got it.
yeah.
It's good.
It's fucked up. Yeah, I think we need more. I think we need better. I think we need more.
That's it?
Yep.
You got any more than this?
There were like more than 50 comments about different tag team names. He only chose the one which were less offensive to him. They were like, the comments were flooded.
Really? I like Lightning and Thunder.
Lightning and Thunder.
Yeah, that's a good
I saw
one.
that one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, that's a good one. Our next comment, a little Pennsylvania comment. Stein Auto Care. We've got Intercourse, Virginville, Dryville, Plowville, and Blue Ball. It's an interesting place. Apparently, these are all
The
cities.
Amish people like to get down. They're undercover dirty. Plowville.
This weekend, Jebediah is going to take me to Plowville.
Plowville. That must be where OnlyFans is headquartered.
Oh, that's crazy because
Yeah.
Mary Magdalene left me in Blue Ball.
Oh man.
Yep. Apparently, though, we got the Amish fuck with us.
Oh, do they?
That's what they're saying.
Amish paradise?
Yeah. David Hirsch says, "Bro, I grew up Amish. My parents are still Amish, and a shitload of Amish guys listen.
No
to
way!
the show."
How?
Yeah.
They got somebody that transcribes it,
Yeah, right.
sends it to them on a fucking tablet.
They're chiseling it out
Yeah.
on fucking rock. What? It says a bunch of a shitload of Amish guys listen to this show. Come to Holmes County, Ohio. We'll show you around. Give DJ a buggy ride if he agrees not to steal it afterwards, and we'll get mom to cook you guys a homemade wedding meal.
Bro, I am in.
I'm down.
I am in.
I'm down.
I can't work like you guys though, man.
What do you mean?
I work like the Amish people, bro. They're different.
I'm sure I could keep up. Like, you know,
There's no way.
it'd take a minute, but it'd come back to me.
There's no way. Shut the fuck up. There's no way. There's no way. Dude, that working muscle, like physical, that's a different
Dude,
thing.
I've seen a video of them moving an entire barn, like carrying it.
Bro, every human being in this country should be forced to go work a labor job for 2 weeks in the dead of summer or 2 weeks in the dead of winter outside. If everybody had to do that, this would be a completely different country.
Just hard work, man.
Yeah, because you would know what you would have respect for people.
Yeah.
Bro, there's people who live their whole lives doing that shit, and people look down at them, bro. Those are the those are the that built this.
Yeah, it's real.
You know, but I am in on this, bro.
Well, apparently,
And I think that's cool that the Amish guys listen.
yeah, that wasn't the only one. Kyle's Schrock.
The Amish here in Illinois know about you guys.
I helped an Amish coworker order 15 cases of First Farm Energy. He said he will give you guys buggy rides and a day in the life of an Amish person for a tub of Formula One. Hit me up if you want to be Amish for a day.
I do.
Bro, I think let's do it.
No, let's do it. I'm in 100%. Let's do it.
Should we do Ohio or Illinois? Like, what's more Amish? Like, we don't like. How Amish can we get?
I don't know. I think Pennsylvania is the most Amish up
Is
there.
Pennsylvania the most?
Yeah, but I mean, like, bro, you know, once we become, you know what they say, once you go Amish, you stay Amish.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I like the Amish potato salad.
I never had it.
Yeah, it's good shit,
Bro, I am
Good
in.
stuff.
I think we might have to go visit both of them.
bro. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I
I'm
mean, how
in.
do we connect? Like, how do we have to send them like a?
I don't know.
a
We'll
telegram
reach out
or
to him on
something?
YouTube.
Or like,
Z-Shine will hit him up.
have to send them.
I'm in.
Yeah, like an old school wire, like fucking
Day in the life. Day in the life Amish people.
We gotta write them a letter.
Be great. I want a buggy ride.
Probably be sick.
Yeah.
It'd be sick. Those things are bad. I bet they race them. Like, I think they.
I want to know how they get their beards so good.
Oh, I know the secret to that.
I can tell.
Yeah, I know the secret to that.
They all got good beards.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, I'm just going to become Amish, bro.
We need
I'm going to throw away my phone.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. Right there. That's it.
Make sure I'm.
Yeah. Just going to throw away my phone.
I think we need a little bit more
Yeah.
to cross that line.
Put on
but
some
yeah.
overalls,
Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
or whatever they call the things they wear.
Yeah. What do they call it? I don't know. Yeah. I listen. I'm on board.
Get a straw hat.
I'm on board.
I'm in too, dude.
I am on board. Well, bro, we'll pull up in one of the white vans they always drive. You know what I'm saying? Like the Chevy cargo vans. You know what I'm talking about? You guys know what I'm talking about. Like
You're talking about like the church vans.
Yeah, the 14-passenger van.
Yeah, with the glass windows.
Yeah.
The most simple thing they can get.
Double doors.
Basic transportation.
Analog.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I appreciate the Amish people.
Dude, they're good people, man.
And I appreciate that they listen.
Mm-hmm. Not sure how.
They know what's up. Yeah. They receive it through their tinfoil hats.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I love it, dude.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
We got to put it on the books.
Let's do it. I am dead serious. Mm-hmm. I'm 100% in.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right, man. Well, guys, we do appreciate you for being real ass fans. Let's keep the cruise cruising. Set of headlines. This is a little interesting update. There was a massive power outage in Spain, Portugal, and France. Entire cities plunged into blackouts. Transport networks shut down, and internet is cut off in scenes of mayhem. This was wild. This is wild. And there's a lot of interesting updates, but I think I found the culprit. Okay. And it's not somebody that stole their power.
What about stealing the copper?
Yeah, widespread blackouts. Millions plunged into darkness amid scenes of mayhem across major European cities. The power cuts come just days after Spain's power grid ran entirely on renewable energy, including wind, solar, and hydropower for a whole day. Was the first time on April 16th. And there's lots of interesting reports. I got some clips here. I mean, the stuff's wild. Check this out. Isn't it funny? Like, even over there, like the natural gut instinct of everybody is to just pull out phones and start recording.
Well, yeah, there's lights on though.
Emergency lights.
Oh.
Yeah, those are like battery backed up, you know what I'm saying, emergency lights. It's the whole fucking country.
How long has that been going on? Or is it over?
They're not even close. They apparently
So this is going on right now.
Right now.
No shit.
Yeah, right now. They're saying that it's going to take at least a full week to get the grid up. They're already talking about bank runs and you know how the money system's going to work. But it's been a lot of very interesting things that come out about this and the causation of it. And so they're saying that there was a rare weather phenomenon is blamed for Spain blackouts, and it may take a week to get
bro, it's that Antarctica shit.
What's that?
You didn't see that?
No.
On Redacted?
No.
That dude that gave the interview about the Antarctica base and the earthquake management system and all the shit they're doing?
Fuck no, bro.
Oh, bro, I sent it to you last night.
Did you?
I thought you were going to put it in the show.
No, I did not. I saw you sent that to me, but no, I didn't see that.
So you just ignored it?
Well,
yeah. See, that's how the show's supposed to work. Like I send shit to him, and he's supposed to say, "Wow, that would be good in the show," but he just ignores it.
That's not what happens. Okay, redacted. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
So what the was it?
This dude who worked down there testified in front of Congress, and I guess he finally got pissed off enough, and he started talking about he started telling him all the shit that was going on there. Now I know that guy.
All right, Andy.
He seems like he doesn't know what he's talking about. All right.
Wait.
But he actually does. I follow this dude. He has his Instagram is Ford 3D printed parts. All right. This is where I get my info.
I want his weed guy.
I want this on the show, bro. Listen, I'll give you guys his Instagram. You guys can watch his shit.
Holy crap, man.
Yeah, so anyway, I went and watched the redacted video. This is good because it like basically summarizes what the redacted video said, but like dude, I believe this guy's been on Sean Ryan too. Not this guy, but the redacted guy.
The redacted guy.
But yeah, man.
What was his name?
You have to go to the redacted. It's the latest. Yeah, this dude's Instagram is Ford, or is 3D printed Ford parts. I don't know the dude's name, but I follow him, and he's pretty awesome. Clearly an expert. He's not everybody's cup of tea, but I like it. I would love for him to come on the show. But dude, real talk, man. that's what this when you were telling me about this Spain France thing, first thing came to my brain is this. I mean, that would explain a lot of stuff, right? Like this is why, this is why fat people can't lose weight, bro, because they're putting in cheeseburger visions in their head and shit. DJ. Mm-hmm. You got to harden your mind. That's what I've been trying to tell everybody. This is why I'm public enemy number one.
Now, to your point, there was a video going around, a couple of videos where they were talking about a technology that would affect people's moods and behaviors depending on what wavelength of light they're more exposed to.
Yeah.
And most of it is found in all the screens that we use.
Yeah. Yeah,
it
bro.
affects your mood and behavior and takes you away from the natural progression.
That's
of
why you
life.
should always look at your phone on night mode. Because it blocks all the blue light.
Because it blocks what?
The bad light from your eyes.
Yeah. It could be.
I'm pretty sure that video justifies as factual.
The original interview on the redacted YouTube channel is 40 minutes.
What's the guy's name?
The guy who's being interviewed?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the harp whistleblower?
Yeah.
Eric Hecker.
And I believe he was on Sean Ryan, I think. You guys can cross-reference that, but yeah.
Eric J. Hecker, yeah.
Hey, that shit's real, ain't it? Joe, tell him, bro. Tell him, get in there a little microphone and tell him it's real. Joe says it's real, it's real. Except, we live in the firmament. That's right.
I mean, it's kind of weird, but it's discussed in different religions.
The firmament?
The firmament.
Oh, so we're going to have that talk today?
I mean,
maybe we'll save that for Friday.
Another day.
Yeah.
Already an hour in.
Yeah. Is that part of the...
Yeah.
Really?
That's what I was going to say. It's discussed in Quran as well.
What's it say?
I don't know the details, but it's
Have you read
mentioned.
the Quran? The whole thing?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I do remember this guy being on the...
Somebody gave me a copy. I started reading it. It's interesting.
I mean,
just a lot to read.
Keith and I have been having discussions about it lately.
Are you converting?
No. We've been talking about the similarities between Christianity and Islam, and there's a lot of coinciding points.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at from the perspective, like you always talk about 10,000 foot perspective, it's all basically the same values.
Yeah,
and
just one side's wrong.
my personal take is it's a game of telephone that what happened. Somebody saw.
Well,
the
it could
story.
also be the observations through a different cultural lens.
Oh, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was seeing one of the videos that defined that perspective very clearly. Like your coworker would call you something else. Your wife would call you something else. Your dad would call you something else.
That's what I mean.
You are one person.
Right.
So different people observing you from different points of views have different versions of you.
Right.
I think that's what happened.
That's without, I'm not a historical religious scholar. I did have one as a co-host for 5 years and have one another, he's going to be doing the MFCO project with me again. Yeah. But, that's what's always logically made sense to me too.
That's my personal opinion for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it could be that. I don't know.
So what's going on? What do you think the culprit of this is?
I think, like I said, the main story here that nobody's like trying to remember is like Spain just went full eco green, literally just a few days ago, right? Where they put their entire energy on renewable power on the national grid.
That's stupid.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not only stupid, it's bad for the environment. It's worse for the environment than the system that we run on now. We've already talked about this.
That's what I'm saying. So like, I don't know. I mean, it could be some, like they already ruled out. It's not cyber, it wasn't a cyber attack.
How do you know?
We don't.
Who ruled it out?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. But I think what's more likely is just these dumb fucks keep pushing this energy Green New Deal bullshit and it's backfiring. And now they fuck their entire country.
I mean,
forward.
that's the problem with technology in general, right? Like even like we go back to the AI thing. When we start running our civilization on technology and the skills of how to survive as a human being and the arts and, the know-how to do things that have supported the survival of civilization for thousands of years, when we start relying on technology for all that, those skills diminish and eventually go away. And the minute that infrastructure fails, it's chaos.
Yeah, for sure.
It's mass death. It's starvation. And, you know, that's not going to happen next year, right? But like, let's be real, dude. You know, let's talk about farmers, right? How you know, let's talk about like our dads, okay? Like, I know it's a sensitive subject,
right.
but my point is like, my dad knows how to take apart fucking any piece of equipment, put it back together.
Mm-hmm.
He knows how to fucking grow shit. He knows how to wire houses, he knows how to do fucking everything.
Yeah.
And that's mystical to me. Mm-hmm. I know how to do some of those things, but not what he knows. Mm-hmm. Okay. But like, let's think of like Sal's kids, right? The next generation, or your kids.
It gets diminished.
Yes, dude.
Generation.
Like we're losing things that we're dependent on for survival. Mm. And that's a very scary situation that is being completely ignored by technology and the people making these plays. Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't be surprised if the play isn't to remove large parts of the human race with that exact exercise. Because when we hear about them talking about depopulation agenda, we have to ask why that is. Why would they want to depopulate the planet? Oh, it's for the environment. It's not for the environment. That's not why.
And we have plenty of space.
Dude, absolutely. And yes, eventually it would be for that, but it's not that now. Mm-hmm. And it's not going to be that in any time in the near future. So what is the reason? Well, I believe that the reason is that they have the technology available at this point in time with artificial intelligence, robotics, to basically eliminate the poverty class of the world. Mm. They're not needed anymore. You don't need them to produce anything anymore. You can do it all with technology. So the question becomes, what do you do with them? And what I believe these people have come to is, I believe that their play is to somehow eliminate all of those people. And I think, and I'm starting to see this more and more, that potentially the play is to get everybody dependent on technology, throw the switch off, let them fucking kill each other and starve, and then turn it back on and they're gone. And
like some Thanos level shit.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. And like, dude, I don't think, you know, because like, let's be real, dude. Like I say on the show, natural order always wins. Yeah. So when they turn the switch off or they do whatever they're going to do, it's going to be people that have those skill sets that end up surviving. And, you know, and then that will be enough of the population that they need to sustain the rest of the world. Mm. So, that's my deep thinking on it. Right. And it's probably paranoia, but dude, it scares me. Yeah. It scares me what's going to happen to the world. Listen, something has to be done and nobody wants to talk about it. Okay. The poorest people in the world are the ones that reproduce the fastest. Those are also the people that produce the least. Okay. You don't think these elite smart know this? You don't think they're talking about it behind closed doors? You don't think that they understand that it's ethically gray area or even bad, but they understand like the reality? Like they understand. And so, dude, I don't know what they're planning on doing.
Scary to think about.
But dude, okay, this is not me talking. This is me talking from their point of view.
Right.
How they feel.
Right.
Because I don't think any of this is ethically okay.
No.
But if you had an infestation of cockroaches and that infestation was growing exponentially, it's a nuisance creature. It doesn't really provide anything. It destroys shit. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
You're going to figure out a way to eliminate it. And I think that's what the vaccine shit was about. I think, dude, there's no doubt that the vaccines have accelerated things like the data's there. Mm-hmm. They've accelerated myocarditis. They've accelerated cancers. There's more people dying now to the tune of 40% more all-cause mortality than there was in 2019. You see what I'm saying? And if they were trying to remove the weakest, most susceptible human beings, we would consider the intelligence level of the human being. Okay. And if someone is blindly going to put something in their body or blindly ignore the warning signs or blindly ignore the path to survival, these people are probably thinking like, well, f- them. You know, and that's what makes me think like the people who resisted, they weren't supposed to point out and say, oh, you guys are stupid for doing this and follow along. Like, we weren't supposed to try to save people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
that's some deep level thinking there.
Yeah. And dude, if you think about how these people think, that's how they think. They're evil.
Yeah.
You know, like they don't give a, they look at it like this. Well, if they're stupid enough to take it, let them. We didn't force them to do anything. And dude, that's also a satanic thing. Like Satanism, they have to tell you what the they do. They can't just do it. So they have to tell you what they're doing. And, you know, when they talk about,
sensual,
yeah, bro, when they get up on stage and talk about depopulation and what they're trying to do, and they, like, bro, you got that quote of Bill Gates allegedly saying, you know, oh, we got to depopulate the planet with vaccines, you know, on that TED Talk, which some people say is bullshit. It has been very much scrubbed of the internet, but there's still clips of it. And some people say it's fake, but allegedly that's what he said. I mean, he's been on TV arguing for like, remember when he said, you see, this is what you guys don't understand. You don't have a choice.
Right.
You know, he talks about these things openly. And you don't think that these people have some sort of elite God complex that they make the decisions for humanity? That's what they do. So, like, dude, I think we're going to see in our lifetime some sort of mass intentional culling of the human race for the reason that they are not needed the way that they used to be needed because of the technology available. And I think that's completely evil shit.
It'd be wild.
I think that's what's happening.
Guys, you tell us what you guys think about that down in the comments. Let us know. Shit, man, that's scary to think about. It is scary to think about, man.
Well, and it's also like, you know, the whole AI thing. Like I said this to a group last week, you know, and I think I said it on the show too, you know, unless you're a highly productive human being that can wield the weapons that are available effectively and produce at a high level, you're going to be thrown into the category of useless. Mm-hmm. And they're going to put you on universal basic income. These companies, it's like steroids in baseball. Okay. One guy starts using it. The other guy's got to start using it. Mm-hmm. And then everybody's got to use it. Okay. So when you have companies who are not people first, they are designed to make a profit, starting to fire their entire departments and all these things and replace them with AI. We're talking about tens of thousands of people. It'll eventually be millions of people. When that starts to happen, those people are in deep shit. You know what I mean? It makes the American dream completely go away for most people unless they become effective. And I think we're in a dangerous situation where people think they have time. They think they have, you know, 5, 10, 20 years. This is happening. This is, first of all, it's 10,000 times bigger than the internet or social media or anything. That's how big it is because it's making human beings obsolete. And there's two paths humans can go. They can go the path of becoming a very intelligent producer, or someone who, and how they sell it to you is live your life and be happy. Mm-hmm. But except you're poor as because they put you on a universal basic income and you're eating, you know, the slop. You know what I mean? Like
it's in bio milk.
Yeah, bro. It's just the whole thing like just boggles my mind. And, you know, I'm pretty good at, we joke and say, you know, I miss sometimes, but it's very rare for real. I have a very strong, good vision. It's what makes me successful in business. And I have a hard time seeing anything good. That's for the people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, there's going to be people that win big, but it's going to create a separation of culture and class that is just it's a gazillion miles away from each other. And dude, that's not right.
No.
You know, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm ultra paranoid about it, but I don't think I am. And I think it's very important for those of you that are high achievers and want to win, that you know, work hard to become very good at what you do right now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, man. Guys, jump in on this conversation. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments. So, the final segment, headline number 3. This was an interesting one that just popped out. You actually mentioned it earlier, the Epstein list. Where is it at? What's happening? And apparently, Virginia Giuffre just committed suicide, allegedly. Now, this is a big deal because, I mean, she was one of the known victims of this operation.
She wasn't actually a victim, bro. She was a victim, but she was the victim who recruited all the other girls.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. One of the girls that recruited all the other girls.
yeah.
Yeah.
So she like lured them in, right?
Yeah, she's a part of it.
Yeah.
She's not just, yes, okay. Yes. Was she a victim? For sure. Did she do a whole bunch of evil shit to help them? Yes.
For sure. Okay. Well, I mean, that's important.
Yeah.
That's important to know. But yeah, like she allegedly committed suicide, and her attorney comes out saying that she had some positive final days, and she's casting doubt on the suicide itself. So let's dive into this a little bit. Virginia Giuffre's final days were positive, according to the Epstein trafficking victim's attorney, Carrie Loudon. Carrie Loudon cast doubt on reports that Giuffre committed suicide because she was in relatively good spirits, making plans for her future. Last Friday, it was reported that Jeffrey Epstein's sex trafficking victim, Virginia Giuffre, died by suicide. The 41-year-old was allegedly found dead on her farm in near Gabby, Australia. Okay, so it's weird. All right, now you know how the internet is. Nothing really goes away. There was a post that was that she made back in 2019 saying, "I am making it publicly known that in no way, shape, or form am I suicidal. I have made this known to my therapist and GP. If something happens to me, in the sake of my family, do not let this go away and help me to protect them. Too many evil people want to see me quieted." Right? Dude,
Well, let's be real. I mean, a lot can happen fucking from 2019.
for sure.
And also, just because someone says, oh, they were having positive days, that doesn't mean shit. Because the nature of bipolar disorder and depression, it can come on for a single day and be so bad that people make a permanent decision to a temporary problem.
Dude, that
Anybody who struggled with mental health for real understands that. It's not, you can have 5 great days, and then, you know, if you're a bipolar person, the 6th day, you could be fighting the urge to kill yourself for 3 days, 4 days, a week straight.
for sure.
So it's you know, these are not, you know, saying, like, we hear this all the time, you know, oh, he killed himself, he seemed like everything was great, you know,
so
like,
happy.
yeah, but dude, that's, and then they say, well, he was hiding all these things behind the smile. No, that's not exactly how it is. I've dealt with these things for a long time personally, these mental health struggles. It's one of the reasons I live on the live hard lifestyle, because it helps me regulate that. But like for me, and from my understanding from the people I've talked to, I know a lot of people that struggle with these things. You know, when I'm happy, I'm not hiding anything. It's just like the darkness comes, dude. And it's like, you can't see through it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
More importantly,
just like a storm. The storm comes and you're like, it's never going to end. And then it just goes away.
Yeah.
And you feel better.
Well, and that's the other thing too, like even in psychology, bro, it's like, you know, you have those good days. Typically it coincides with suicide because you now have the energy to actually follow through on any plans you made.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, and to your point, if she was actually recruiting, I'm sure she shares a lot of guilt.
Yeah.
And has a lot of fucking, you know,
yeah.
There's some dark storms.
Plus, dude, there's a lot of things that happened to her during this time. Like
sure.
her family disowned, like some of her family disowned, her husband left, shit like that.
Yeah. Now the timeline of events is interesting, and we got to go back. We're looking at about a month. Okay, let's look at the last 30 days.
Now, I'm not saying she didn't.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
just saying, or she did. I'm just saying, like, these statements are a little bit misleading.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But let's look at like the last 30 days here, okay? Because a lot has happened in the last 30 days. So going back 30 days, she was actually involved in a very serious car accident.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and which the details of that never really were clear. She did like post pictures and stuff. They were saying like it was pretty bad. She had some really bad internal injuries, but like how it happened, what exactly happened, the actual report, like nobody really knew anything about it other than she had this really bad accident. Now, most recently, she did an interview, okay, on national TV, and laid it out pretty bare. I got this clip. Let's check this clip out.
First time in London, I was so young. Ghislaine woke me up in the morning and said, "You're going to meet a prince today." I didn't know at that point that I was going to be trafficked to that prince. And then that night, Prince Andrew came to her house in London, and we went out to Club Tramp. Prince Andrew got me alcohol. It was in the VIP section. I'm pretty sure it was vodka. Prince Andrew was like, "Let's dance together." And I was like, okay. And we leave Club Tramp, and I hop in the car with Ghislaine and Giuffre, and Ghislaine said, "He's coming back to the house, and I want you to do for him what you do for Epstein." I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that even royalty were involved.
So you got that, calls it out on national TV, and now she allegedly committed suicide.
I mean, it's definitely strange, but not. Why now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The ball's out. I mean, it's out.
It's been out for a while, so why
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. Like, look, dude. I don't know. I know this. I know being in the public eye, especially when scrutinizing, it can be very difficult for a lot of people. You have to have a very special personality and be very confident to deal with that kind of pressure, to like legit not give a fuck what people are saying.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think the average person is capable of that. You know, the cancel culture pressure, the attacks, these things are very, very harsh for people that aren't equipped to handle those things. And I can't imagine, you know, a young girl doing these things, helping recruit, then having it be a worldwide media. I mean, bro, that's just a lot. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she did. I wouldn't be surprised if anything. I wouldn't be surprised if she did. I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't. I wouldn't be surprised if she's in witness protection. There's so much crazy shit going on with this. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's your take on what's your take with where we are with the Epstein list so far?
I'm not sure. What do you think?
I mean, I don't know, because I keep seeing a lot of stuff like, oh, it's coming, the rest are coming, like things are, but then nothing.
Well, I think there's so many people implicated in it that are in positions of power that are doing everything they can to not let that shit be known.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just don't know, bro. I just don't know. I mean, it's frustrating. You know, it's frustrating. And I think a lot of it has to do with Israel. I think a lot of it has to do with our own CIA. And I think those people have a very, very, very strong stranglehold on what happens and what doesn't happen. And I think we have an administration that at least pretends to be trying to get to the bottom of it. But then, you know, the next day we see Trump, you know, with fucking Netanyahu, buddy and shit. Like, I don't know what's going on. But I know this. When we go back to Trump's approval ratings, a big reason his approval ratings are like, dude, when I talk to people about right now, like what's going on, you know what they say? They probably say the same thing when you talk to people. What do the people say when you talk to them?
I want the fucking Epstein list.
What else?
I want fucking arrest. I want these people gone.
They want massive accountability, and we haven't seen it. And the minute that Trump starts bringing the hammer like he said he was going to do, and Kash Patel starts bringing the hammer like he said he was going to do, and Pam Bondi starts bringing the hammer like they all fucking said they were going to do, you will see those approval ratings go sky high.
Yeah. It's not disapproval ratings that are high right now. Like, I think that's the other
Yeah.
like, people are not like,
People are looking around being like, what the fuck? You told us you were going to do this.
yeah, they're not mad at what he's doing. They want more.
That's right. That's exactly right. And I don't know if that Team Trump realizes that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how in tune they are to, they rely on all these professional polling operations. Bro, you guys should just go talk to people on the street.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, if you have the real conversations I've been having are not, Donald Trump. It's, dude, why is he not doing what he said he was going to do?
Right.
Hold
up.
Huh? We want to, dude, look,
Yeah.
we want to see mass roundups of illegals. We want to see big names go into prison. You start showing us that, people will change their mind about Trump right now.
Mm-hmm.
But the more he delays it, the harder it's going to be. But again, Donald Trump is a very, 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 very smart man. And, he plays chess, and in chess, there's moves that people don't understand if they don't understand the strategy. So, and he can't come out and say, hey, this is my strategy. So, I'm a wait and see person, but I'm starting to get impatient like everybody else. And I call it how I see it. And that's just, I like Donald Trump. I do like Donald Trump. I like his family. I know some of his family. I know Don Jr. He's a cool dude. These are all good people. But I can tell you guys, and I would tell Don this, right, straight up. We have very straight up conversations. The reason people are upset is because not enough of this shit is happening fast enough. So if you guys are listening out there in Trump world, don't be afraid to wield that sword, man, because that's what people want.
Yeah, the big orange sword.
Yeah.
Let it swing.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, jump in on this conversation. Let us know down in the comments what you guys think. With that, it is time for our final segment of the show. As always, we got thumbs up or dumb as fuck. That's where we bring a headline in, talk about it. It'll get one of those two options. Speaking on useless people. Our thumbs up or dumb as fuck headline reads: New New York City ad is scratch and sniff, so you can stop and smell armpits on the street. Now, this might be some marketing genius here. I don't know.
What do you mean?
Well, let's dive into it. Stop and smell the armpits. Personal care brand Billy is asking New Yorkers to make a pit stop when they see their posters for a scratch and sniff experience. From now through Friday, May 16th, passerbys can smell a giant armpit on the street, which will give them a whiff of Billy's newest tropical-inspired scent, Cocoa Villa. Fans of the brand will get to sample the new smell of their best-selling all-day deodorant at 505 8th Avenue near Penn Station, as well as other locations throughout the city. So there's a video going around. Let's check it out.
I mean, we're talking about it. I'm being serious. I think it's great marketing. We're talking about it.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah.
It's kind of gross. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, fuck, it is pretty good marketing.
Yeah.
Which one's more gross, this or the chicken burger with the feet?
I think, I don't know.
I mean, bro, that's pretty fucking nasty. Bro.
Yeah, but the foot thing on the chicken burger, I don't like that either.
I can't stand and look at this one with the hair. Bro, come on.
That's probably one of thems. It's what they got to have equal representation in the advertisement.
Can you put them in, please? Put them in.
Yeah. I think it's pretty good marketing, man.
It's actually I respect.
I mean, that's the game of marketing. You get people to talk.
It's pretty genius. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
it's pretty genius.
Well, I mean, here we are. How many other people are talking about it? Wow. Obviously, it was in the news if we're cruising it on the internet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's out there.
Yeah.
Are you going to smell it?
Would I if I was walking by? No, I wouldn't. I probably would.
You would, Andy.
No,
like,
I probably would, dude. Actually, like how would you? I mean, you'd be curious.
Yeah, yeah.
What if you people, bro, and you made one stink?
Well, fuck. What's the smell? Antifa.
Yeah, man. That's good marketing, dude.
Yeah.
I give it a thumbs up.
Thumbs up for
Yeah,
business sense?
for sure.
All right.
Dude, it's very good marketing.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's nice and simple, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nasty, but it's smart.
I think it is. I like it.
It's creative.
I mean, if we did something like that in our realm, I would say that was great. So,
Bro, we should do one where like we do the green. Oh yeah, you don't tell the play.
No, the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, that's right. I have a good one though.
Okay, well we'll talk about it after the show.
$1 billion idea.
Okay, you don't say that shit on the internet, bro.
Guys, Andy, that's all I got, man.
All right, guys, don't be a hoe.
Share the show.